In other news this Friday, Russia's president says relations between countries should not be based on leaked information. Dmitry Medvedev's evaluation comes after the latest WikiLeaks revelations.
We're
not paranoid, and we're not connecting, say, Russia-US relations with any leaks. Although these leaks are revealing, all they show is the cynicism of the assessments and judgments which dominate the foreign policy of various states. And here I mean the US. They have the right to such judgments, but when they become publicly known, they can really damage foreign ties. On the other hand, I don't see anything crucial in it. There exists all kind of evaluations. And if, God forbid, some of the evaluations provided by Russia's foreign ministry or special forces were leaked to the media, including those concerning our American colleagues, then they would have fun too.
A new wave of secret diplomatic cables recently published by the online whistleblower reveal America's less than flattering views of other countries. The expose also cast a shadow over Russia's political system, claiming the country was a hub for organized crime and corruption. Russian officials have dismissed the allegations as nothing but groundless rumors. Well, even so, the U.S. is embarking on a damage control mission to try and save face. And as Lauren Lister reports, the leaks are causing more embarrassment than security fears.
What might you expect from a leak of thousands of top-secret United States diplomatic cables?
What it's supposed to be is an updated report on the condition of our relationships, upcoming problems, the kind of personalities that people are dealing with.
What was revealed in the document dump, courtesy of WikiLeaks, from the work of thousands of Foreign Service employees stationed at hundreds of U.S. embassies all around the globe, collecting information under the State Department's $50 billion budget, is the earth-shattering intel that Libyan leader Muammar al-Gaddafi enjoys horse racing and flamenco dancing and is always accompanied by his voluptuous blonde nurse who gives him Botox. French President Nicolas Sarkozy is pegged as an emperor without clothes. Russian President Dmitry Medvedev plays Robin to Prime Minister Putin's Batman. Speaking of Putin, he's best buds with Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, who really knows how to party, by the way. Kim Jong-il isn't just a North Korean dictator, but also a bouffant-haired madman and a flabby old chap. And while we're on leaders the U.S. disdains, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is known simply as Hitler. The classified documents, now public, have produced more absurd nicknames than they have news. It has everyone in the U.S. asking,
is this a threat to our national security, these leaks, or is this a threat to our national dignity?
It's undeniable the whole thing has made going to work less dignified for U.S. diplomats when they brush shoulders with their colleagues.
While this is obviously an unpleasant and awkward experience, they understand that we are here to work with them as we do every day as partners and colleagues.
And this story has been front-page news in the U.S., not because of the earth-shattering sensitive information that was revealed in the leak, but because of the damage control the U.S. must now do in the face of this international humiliation. So what does all of this say about U.S. diplomacy?
There is an incredibly immature and frankly dangerous attitude on the part of American diplomats to categorize the world only in terms of whether people are friendly towards America and whether countries want to be like America. This shows, I think, the real intellectual flaw at the heart of American foreign policy, because it shows that America, at least the State Department at any rate, is the victim of a sort of political autism.
An inability to deal with differences, a world divided into good guys and bad ones. One cable delivers on the bad guy stereotype, describing Russia, for example, as a mafia state, based on a thesis that Russian intelligence controls organized crime, questioning if Putin's involved.
It's not a lot of deep digging or analysis. This is just, if somebody has an idea of what Russia is before they go to Russia, well then that's probably going to be their opinion if they don't have an open mind.
With no clear line between fact and fiction, for some it points to politics.
They're pushing an agenda, and they really don't have one earthly idea what's going on in the world. And for U.S. diplomats, I think that's pretty worrisome.
Either worrisome or warranted, depending on how you spin it.
Being able to say to Gaddafi, hey, how is that hot blonde nurse? You know, and you establish a relationship. So then when you want to talk about Lockerbie bombers, you can diffuse the tension.
Here's to diplomatically thinking. Lauren Lister, RT, New York.
Political analyst Sergei Strokin says the whistleblower's actions contribute to what he calls the pollution of information.
Definitely there's some hidden agenda behind all those, leaks. And today we were discussing with our colleagues, so we compared it to that pollution of climate. So what we feel now, there's a sort of pollution of information environment. So we are dumped, we are overloaded with those tons of this information, and we don't know what is truth and what is not true. Believe me, today I spoke to one of those people, those Russians who were specifically named in those cables. So I don't want just to give the name, it doesn't matter. He was confused, he said that he was misquoted, and maybe this is the way how it came, this is the result of some double translation or whatever it is. So this is a problem of the pollution of information environment, and we have to be very precise and careful when we just analyze all those leaks. We can't simply bypass them, we can't ignore them, but we have to understand that this is a sort of like a minefield.